Hi Year 3 and 4, Mrs. Pettifer here. Today we're going to do some vocabulary work based on the illustrations from the text. And in front of me I have my own drawing that I recreated inspired by Charlie McKeesy's illustrations. There's another video on our YouTube channel for you to have a look at if you want to create your own. It doesn't have to be a perfect copy of the illustration for this activity though, it's just something that will remind us of the characters as we try to come up with some words to describe them or some words that we could use when writing about them. I'm going to use different coloured Sharpies to make a colour code. So any words that I write in red are going to be adjectives, describing words to describe each character. So I'm going to go straight in with the horse is strong. I would also say the horse is noble. You would use a word like noble to describe a king or a knight or a powerful person. Could be male or female, a noble person. I would say gentle for the horse. The horse is gentle, he is a gentle horse. I would say wise would be another good word. What adjectives can you think of to add to our list? See if you can write down 3 more that you can think of to describe the horse. And then I'm going to do a couple for the mole. I think the mole is funny. He makes me giggle when he wants to eat cake. But I think he's also calm. Quite a few times he soothes the boy and calms him. The fox. Now Charlie McKeesy uses a brilliant word in his introduction, wary. That's a great bit of vocabulary. Wary means you're fearful of something, or fearful of how you might behave, or fearful of your reactions, and you just decide not to do anything instead of risking the wrong thing, to be wary of something. We also know that he's been hurt before. So there are some adjectives we could use. Now my next colour code is going to be for adverbs. So adverbs modify a verb, which means they say how a verb is done. So if we have a verb like run, the adverb could be quickly run. Now often adverbs end in ly, but they don't have to. For example, fast is an adverb that doesn't end in ly. So whenever we're thinking of adverbs, we need to think of a verb that goes with them. So I might say the horse gently walked, and gently is my verb. Or I might say the horse thoughtfully spoke. Thoughtfully is my adverb. Or I might say the mole kindly hugged his friend. I might say the fox angrily snapped at the beginning of the story. He changes his character a bit towards the end. And he's got a reason for being angry, although we don't really find out why. Okay. Now both year 3s and 4s need to be able to use prepositions. Year 3s, you're using them in your sentences, and year 4s, you're using them to expand your noun phrases. So I think I'm going to say that his tail swished through the air and his hooves pounded upon the soil. And the boy cradled the horse within his hands. Within, oh, I like that one. We might say the fox snapped from the snare. So a few prepositions that we could use. And then I'm just going to pop some pronouns on. So this is more of a Year 4 skill, being able to use a variety of pronouns. Pronouns are used to replace the noun. So instead of saying horse all the time, we could say the gendered pronoun, he or she. You can choose which gender you want the animals to be in your version of the story. You might use the pronoun it or itself. The fox tried to free itself, but it was no use. You might use the pronoun them to describe the whole team, or they. What other pronouns can you use? Year 4s, can you think of some of those reflexive pronouns? Herself, himself. Okay, so now we have loads of vocabulary that we could choose from, and we could use those to craft some sentences. So just off the top of my head, we could say the horse paused thoughtfully before flicking its noble tail in the air and gently said, "If you can be one thing, be kind." Right, have fun, years 3 and 4, creating your own vocabulary mats to use in your writing. And I would love to see examples of them. Bye for now.